Hey, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're at. But we're here again live, coming to you from California and one of our retail stores today. And want to welcome y'all to the show. Real quick, for everybody that joined us last week, we had a special show last week. We had Julie Fifan Balzer on, and we talked about the Scan and Cut, the new Brother Disney Scan and Cut. And we are going to have a special little announcement about the Scan and Cut that you're going to be able to save an actual $100 if you buy one. Actually, what's going to happen, Brother's running a rebate right now. So if you buy one of the new Scan and Cuts online off our website, Brother has a redemption certificate that you can send in to them, and they're going to send you a $100 gift card. So it's a pretty good deal. So we're going to actually look for that in our emails, look for that in on Facebook, and we're going to get that out to you. Some other exciting news. On June 11th, which will be our next show, we're going to have a special guest on, and it's going to be Cindy Hogan. She is the guru of embroidery and software. She is very well known basically for software. However, she is very talented. She can do everything. You may have seen her. She's been made a lot of appearances on the It's So Easy TV show on PBS. And she has a huge following, but we're so excited to have Cindy on. And guess what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about a machine that Brother just released for us to sell online. And it's the one needle PRS 100 Persona embroidery machine. And she's going to talk a little bit about all the different uses with that, and also demonstrate how easy it is to do hats. We kind of call it the premier hat machine in America. And so Cindy's going to kind of show that, and we're going to premiere that machine. So, and she's probably going to talk a little bit about software. So if you've been kind of wanting to have some software questions answered, this is going to be the perfect time to do it. And hi, Marina. Is that Marina? I can't see it.
Oh, it's Kathy Brown.
No. Oh, Kathy Brown. I'm sorry. She was saying from where she's at in Arizona. Hey, Kathy. Good morning. Glad you joined us. Today's show, we've got a great show, guys, and we've got Kerri Hanson is going to be on our show today. And for y'all that don't know Kerri's actually from California, and Kerri is a national educator for daylight lamps. As you can see, I've got a couple here on my desk, and she is also a longarm quilter. And so we're going to talk to her today, and we're going to find out how she got started and how she got into the quilting. And when I say a long arm quilter, guys, she has actually wore out a quilting machine and purchased a brand new one this year. So that's how much quilting she actually does. So I'm anxious to kind of find out a little bit about what Kerri does. But the exciting thing is, guys, see these lights I have right here? We are going to give both of these away today, and we're excited about that. This is the Halo light, and this is the basic Halo. It sells retail for $72. It actually has a dimmer switch on it, and it has a little flip up magnifying, so you can look through, and even so it's a magnifier as well, magnifier light. But this is a really cool little light, and it's got a pivoting head. So we're going to give that away. And then this bad boy is they call it the Magnificent Floor Lamp. And it actually has an extension pole that you can put in on it to actually, where if you make it taller if you want to set it on the floor. And the cool thing about these actually screw together, and they make electrical connection when you screw together. So there's no cords going up through the neck of the light. So that is a really cool feature I like about it, and it's interchangeable, so you can take it out and take it, put it in and take it out real easy. So if you wanted to make it a desk light, or if you just wanted to make it a floor light, you can do either one. And it also has the magnifying glass, and I love these lights. These things are so awesome. If y'all have never seen a daylight at a show, they're just incredible lights. And Kerri actually has worked at a couple shows with us in our booth, and it was incredible how many people came up and looked at the daylights, and she is just a wealth of knowledge, knows these things very, very well, and she actually uses them herself. So It's one of those things where she really believes in the product, and we're so happy to have her on the show today. So let's get into this thing, guys. Can we get Kerri pulled up on screen? There she is. Good morning, Kerri.
Good morning, Blaine. How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. How are you doing this morning?
Doing good. I'd ask you how the weather is, but given the fact I'm not too far away from you, I'm pretty well aware of what it's like today. So.
Well, it is. We're having another beautiful California day.
Another beautiful day for sure.
So I wanted to we've known each other for a while, and I wanted to talk to you because there's a couple things I really don't even know about you. And one of the things is, how did you get started in the hobby of sewing?
I started back quilting 20 plus years ago when I had moved to a new town. I didn't know anybody. I'd done a lot of things like cross stitch, point, that sort of thing, and I always wanted to learn how to quilt. So I joined the quilt guild up there. I was the youngest by at least 35 or 40 years. Wonderful group of women. They took me under their wing, taught me how to quilt, and just became a passion. And how I ended up getting into the machine quilting is that I realized that I was making quilt tops way faster than I could quilt them. And so I learned how to machine quilt on my domestic machine. I took one class, and then I just kind of played and practiced. And when the women in my guild saw what I was doing, they were like, "Oh, look, we want to pay you when you do our quilts," which I did. I'm kind of embarrassed now when I think about it, but so that was 20 some odd years ago. And then enter a back injury and life and a move and that sort of thing. I kind of set everything aside for a while, and then when I moved back to San Diego, I moved back to work, and that's when I met you guys at My Machine Plus, long before you were at My Machine Plus, actually. And bought my mid-arm machine, sit-down machine, and then I upgraded to a long arm that I did kind of wear into the ground, and then recently just upgraded to long arm. So I do that full time as a business as well.
So I think we had a couple people already saying they're having a little trouble hearing you, Kerri. So if you could kind of speak up a little bit, and so we want everybody to make sure we hear everything that you're saying today. So
Okay.
that's incredible that how you got the start. So I guess one of the things too, I know that you're a huge quilter, and I remember you told me one time you bought a brand new quilting machine from us last year, and I know you and I talked a little bit about that when you bought it from us. And what was the stitch count that you had on your old one? It was just like insane.
I was probably around 45,000 stitches. So
Okay.
I had it for about 4 years.
Okay, and then the brand new one, how many stitches do you have on it already?
Right now I've got about 4 million stitches on the new machine, although a good chunk of the time since I've had it, I've been traveling because I work at quilt shows and such. So I'm getting a lot more done now that kind of quarantine set in.
That was the number I was impressed with, was the 4 million stitches on the brand new one. So that means you keeping that thing running. And you bought a Bernina. I can see it in the background there. You bought the big Bernina 24 inch that has the Qmatic robotic system on it, correct?
Yep, absolutely love it. Love it.
And you've kind of become a robotic expert on that machine since you bought it.
I'm working on my expert certificate. So I've played around with it. I know the ins and outs of it, and I really love it. So.
Well, today, guess what? We're going to talk all about lighting, because I know you're passionate about the daylight lamps, and I've seen it firsthand, and I know you use them. You love them, and you're using them. They work great for you, and I tell you, I am too. I love these lights. Kyle and I were talking today. Kyle was talking, he doesn't have a lamp in his bedroom. He's like, man, I need to get one of these. And so we were both talking. I was like, I've been wanting to get one of the big floor lamps. And I just haven't done it yet. And so I want to do that myself. And for my hobby, to help me see, because as you know, Kerri, when we get a little older, it's a little harder to see things. So good lighting is super important. and then also having that magnifying glass on it, it's just, to me, is the best thing to do. So tell us a little bit about your relationship with Daylight, how you became the national educator for them, and then tell us, your just personal experiences that you had with the lights.
Sure. Daylight Company, I heard about it. Heard about them a couple years ago. They started getting really popular in the quilting and sewing industry. I started seeing them pop up at different quilt shows. Any of you who watching now go to quilt shows, I'm sure you've seen Daylight Company. You've either seen me there, you've seen the other Carrie, you've seen Eddie out there. So a couple years ago, well, if I back up a little bit, the getting older and the eye strain issue and all that is a real thing. And I found myself really, really frustrated. The room that I am actually sitting in right now that I normally sew in doesn't have good lighting. I don't even have overhead lighting. And I had, 3 lights that were set up, and I felt like I was trying to make my eyes bigger to bring in more light. I get frustrated. I didn't want to sew at night. My eyes would get really fatigued and all that. So I decided that I was going to bite the bullet with Daylight Company, and it was, not going to lie, a little outside my budget. And but it was Road to California one year, and I decided to get the floor lamp, the Slimline floor lamp, which is right here, and I'll demo it in a second. I put it all together, I turned it on, and just was absolutely blown away and frustrated with myself that I waited so long to actually get good lighting. One of the realizations that I have is that we as crafters, sewers, quilters, we spend a lot of money on high quality products. We buy good fabric, we buy good thread, we buy good machines, and then we don't spend any time or money on lighting. And really, it's the lighting that makes the whole experience easier. So after I got my light, and I was super excited about it and obnoxiously posted about it on Instagram, as I do when I'm excited about things, I spent the better part of a year begging Daylight Company to let me come work for them. So finally, my dreams came true when they called me one day and they signed me on as an educator. And I've been with them for 2 years now. And I go out and I do the shows and I talk about this because I absolutely love the product. I'm not a salesperson in general, but when I love something, I love it, and I want to tell everybody about it. So that's how I got involved.
Okay. Well, what I wanted to do too, I wanted to tell everybody. So today we're, as you know, we're going to give away a couple lights. So if you want to get entered to win, all you have to do is make a comment or ask a question to us, and that's going to automatically enter you to win one of these lights that we're going to give away today. And so if anybody's got questions about the lights or anything, feel free to ask, and David will pop them up on the screen, Carrie, and we'll try to answer those questions. And but I guess my question is, I've got my favorite light. So I want to know what your favorite Daylight lamp is.
Oh gosh. Really, it depends on what I'm doing. I'm not going to lie about that. So at my machine, I love the Slimline. I mean, the Slimline is kind of our bread and butter. It's definitely our most versatile, our best-selling light. And we have 2 different variety is not the word. We have two different Slimlines. One of them, I'm going to turn mine on right here. I don't know if you can catch this into this. I got my camera person behind me here, but you can see how absolutely bright that light is. And what I like to do with mine, well, first let me just show you the Slimline light itself. It's got 2 goosenecks right here. So you can bend it, you can twist it, and it stays put as you want it to be, which is really nice. What I like to do is I like to bend mine and put it in front of my machine like this. And then the light hood rotates 360 degrees all the way around. And you can get that light exactly where you want it to be. So I've got some really nice bright light shining through the throat space of my machine. I've got enough light going on either side of it that I can actually see really well what I'm doing. So when I need to pick out stitches, which happens every now and again, I can actually see what I'm doing. So the Slimline light here, this one clamps onto the table, which is great. The one that I bought originally is the floor model here. I'm not going to turn this one on because I don't want to accidentally blind you. but it is exactly the same as the clamp-on table model, except that it's on the floor. You can see the floor base here is really small, so it sits right under furniture, which is really nice. And let me show you one of the things that I really love about this, because I do take mine all over the place. The light hood, whoops, I think I might have just disappeared. The light hood actually comes off really easily. So I don't know if you saw it, but it just pops on and off. So it makes it really easy to pick that up and move it. If you want to move your light from your sewing machine to your couch, easy to do. The other thing that I like about this light for the couch is if I'm doing handwork or whatever and I don't have a light over there, I can move it over there, just bend it down like that. It goes right across my lap and I'm ready to go. And it's got 4 dim settings as well. They both do. So that's my favorite for my sewing machine. If that makes any sense. I have other favorites for
Total
other
sense.
things.
All right, so we had a question, and I can't remember who asked it. There was Marina said, "Will the lights turn off when they get hot?" They actually don't get hot, do they, Carrie? Since they're LED.
That's right. So all of the daylight lights are LED. They get a little. The Slimline on the highest setting throws a little tiny bit of warmth, but not much at all. Another thing that I love about these, which I didn't mention, is that, sorry about this, guys, I'm a massive hot flasher. And so when I had my other lights turned on, they do throw a lot of heat. And I was just miserable all the time. And so that's one of the things that I love about the daylight lights is that they do not throw heat. So you don't have to worry about them overheating or turning off. I can have this on literally all day long. I mean, I keep these on 8 hours at a show, and I can still put both hands around them, no issue whatsoever, just a little tiny bit of warmth. The smaller lights don't throw any heat at all. So hope that answers your question there. But they are all LED, and also all of the lights are backed by a 2-year manufacturer's warranty as well, which is really nice.
Well, that's got a great warranty. So I think we have another question, Deborah McKinney. Deborah says, "Does the clamp on the light come in a battery-operated version? I'm trying to eliminate cords across the floor." Guess what?
The Slimline does not, but I can
That
show
one
you the
doesn't.
light. The one light that we have, just lean forward and get it, our little travel lamp, and this one is rechargeable. It comes with a USB cord. Just a tap on, a tap off, and then you can tap and hold and it dims all the way down. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see it. It folds. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I am on the camera. It opens and closes like this, so it's super easy. It's nice because you can fold it up and you can put it away. You can tuck it in a drawer. This is our #1 seller for people who do workshops and classes, who travel in motorhomes, who have small spaces, who don't want cords across the floor. This works really well. The light difference is going to be different than the Slimline because, of course, it's a smaller lamp. But this works really well. Let me turn this off so you can kind of see the difference. Pull this out of the way. So this still gives a decent light under here, depending on how, where you want to put it. If you're trying to light up your entire sewing area space like this, your Slimline is still your best bet. But if you're looking for something to eliminate the cords, the travel lamp is fabulous.
One of the things I was noticing, Carrie, most sewing machines nowadays have, LED lights that illuminate underneath the machine. So if you could just even that battery powered one, if you added it at the end of your machine just to show onto your fabric where you're actually sewing area, you're going to get a lot of really good light with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody's setup is different. I have a new machine now, but up until recently, I was sewing on my old 30-year-old cloth, and the lighting on that is almost non-existent. I also have a really old brother, and again, the lighting is almost non-existent. So for me at that time, I really needed the light going right into the throat space. But if you've got good lighting on your machine, and a lot of people have great lighting, this little travel lamp it's a fabulous accessory light for sure.
Okay, so one of the things I wanted to tell everybody too, I know we're talking a little bit about the different lights. We are going to do something that's really, really cool, and in conjunction with daylight. So right now, if you go to our website and you want to buy one of these lights, there's going to be a price on there. So Daylight has what they call a minimum advertised price that we sell all the lights for. And we're going to do an actual show special, just like we do if they would see you at the quilt show somewhere. We're going to do pricing, show special pricing on all of our Daylight lamps for starting today, going through end of day on Saturday. But you can't find the price online, and you can't we can't say the price on air because of certain things, but they can call our 1-800 number and talk to one of our sales reps, and they can get that special price. And it's actually a pretty good price, isn't it, Kerri?
Oh, it's fabulous price. Yeah, if anybody's been to a quilt show, you know that the prices at shows are really, really good. And so yeah, it's the best price you're going to find.
So we're having our virtual show price. So they have to, not going to be a quilt show, but hey, all you have to do is call in, and we're going to try to get, and if for some reason you can't get through on our phone lines, because we have been super, super busy, and thousands of calls coming in daily, just send an email to CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and guess what? I will get somebody to, just in that email, put your phone number and say, call me, I want to buy a light. And I will have somebody to call you. I'll get you, we'll get you taken care of. But great pricing on these lamps. If you've been thinking about a Daylight light, this is the time to get it. I'm telling you, it's great pricing. And you were right. I do radio control airplanes as my hobby. And lighting is everything too. And I'm working on planes and doing things at home. And it's the same way with sewing. It makes your experience so much better when you don't have to worry about seeing things. When you can see what you're working on very easily, it just makes the whole experience so much better. And I know it is in sewing as well, because I'm getting older and I have trouble seeing as well. And I know even when I'm doing demos with sewing machines and doing different things, I can't see sometimes. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So the better the lighting is, the better for me. So, Mavis is going to call.
Oh,
Good deal.
So Blaine, I have to ask you, do you do your, because I know you do the remote control airplanes and all that. Do you do your work in the garage?
Yes.
Do you have a Slimline out there in the garage?
Not yet, but I'm getting one. I'm doing something a little bit different. I want to do the Luminos.
Oh, okay. Well,
do you have one of those? Do you have a Luminos there?
It's one of my other favorites, but I did want to tell you real quickly, and then I'm hopping over to the Luminos, that with the Slimline clamp on right here, this clamp, they've redeveloped it so that this grommet comes out. So we have a lot of people who will buy these for workbenches. You can take the grommet out and screw it directly into like a workbench or some sort of a wood cabinet, and then you don't have to use the clamp. Because a lot of people, they don't have a place to clamp it down, so this eliminates that problem. So there's one option for you. But the Luminos is my other favorite light.
Oh, there's that bad boy. I love that lamp.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I love this one too. I just want to show you. Can you show on the...
Get a close-up of that, David.
Yeah, just how good the lighting is and the colors on that quilt compared to not. So the Luminos light here, I'm going to turn it off for a second so that I don't blind everybody when I do this. But you can see that it's got 26-inch light hood. You've got a couple rows of interspersed lights in here. And so what it does compared to the Slimline is that it gives you about a 4-foot by 6-foot stance of light. So this is really great for workbenches, for cutting areas, for large sewing areas, whereas the Slimline is fabulous when you want to get that light focused directly down in front of you. This is going to sound like I'm over-exaggerating, and I'm not. I really do love these lights. But the first time I turn this on, I have a purple cutting mat. Don't have it set up there right now, just logistically for the purpose of this. But I turned it on, and the purple cutting mat was so pretty. I almost kind of got choked up by how beautiful the light was in that corner of my room, because I'd never had that before. So anyway, so the Luminous light, it has an extension. It goes all the way out 44 inches. I got too many lights on the way here. It goes all the way out 44 inches. The light could rotate completely side to side like this. It also rotates all the way up, and it rotates all the way down. And that really enables you the flexibility to get the lighting exactly where you want the lighting to be. So, for instance, like when I'm photographing quilts after I quilted them, because of where I have my light, I have to get this thing kind of at a pretty funky angle to get the light shining in order to see the photograph. I'm going to turn it on. It's got 3 light settings as well. It's the equivalent of about 410 watts of light. This one does come with the clamp. It's a really heavy-duty clamp because the light itself is pretty heavy-duty as well. As far as, anybody who's talking about, again, where they want to illuminate a larger area, this hands down is the best light. So this is my other favorite for different things. So I'm thinking you need to take one home today, Blaine. Get that set up for yourself.
Hey, I love that light. That's the one I've had my eye on, and I know that's normally about a $400 light. And so if somebody has been wanting a light, especially like that much money, now's the time to get it, because it's going to be a huge savings for them to be able to get one. And so, yeah, that's the one I've had my eye on. I've been dropping a few hints, and maybe that might be my Christmas present. I just had my birthday was just on May the 11th, so I didn't get my light for May the 11th. So now I'm hoping I get one for Christmas. So, but I've had my eye on that, and I also love the magnifying light, because I think that comes in so much, so handy when you're having trouble seeing things. You can just put it under that magnifier and see it very, very easily. So I've kind of got my eye on two of them right now that I want.
So let me show you the magnifier. I'm going to turn the luminous off just so that it's easier to see what's going on here. This is the halo magnifier, and I'm just grabbing some fabric so you can see. So this gives you not only the ring of LED lights underneath, so that it's still illuminating what you're working on. You've also got your magnification on top. This particular halo is 5 diopters, so that means that the magnification is 2.25 times regular, what it would be regularly. There's also a little tiny circle inset, which is a 12 diopter, a 12 diopter at, shoot, I forgot. My cheat sheet's too far away. I'll tell you in a second when I can get back over there. But let me show you how this works. You can put this all the way down like that, which is really nice. A lot of people who do jewelry, whoops, don't mind us back here, technical problems. People who do jewelry, beading. I sell a lot of these to people who do coin collecting, where they want to really get down here inside and see exactly what they're looking at. You can see here how well you can see the fabric under here. You see all the individual fibers. The thing that's nice about it laying flat like this is that if you're using it on a desk or on a workbench or that sort of thing, you can be hands-free, which is really nice. So you can just have both hands down here, not worrying about where this is. If you want a little higher up, you can also rotate the hood that way so that you can get it again right where you need it to be. And then this also rotates side to side, which is really nice. So if you're working on something and you've got to look into it in the side like this, such as the needle plate of your machine or something like that, you've got your magnification going that way, and again, you can look at it that direction. So all of these lights are built for flexibility and functionality. This one also folds up like this. It closes up. It's really easy to pop in the bag, that sort of thing. Somebody asked before about cordless. This particular Halo model does plug into the wall. We do have one also, the Halo Go, which is a rechargeable. It functions the same. The magnification is the same, but it does have the ability to recharge, and so that's really good for taking to classes, retreats, and that sort of thing.
That's
So,
one of my favorite lights too, Kerri, is that little one like that, because it's got the magnification on it, and it also is just so portable, and folds down. You can store it easily. Hey, and I think we
yeah,
had another question. Somebody was asking what the large light was again, the name of it, and that's the Luminos, the big
yeah,
one
the
that you were just showing.
luminous.
And that was, to me, that's a great light. Now, one of the things I know, it's so bright, somebody made a comment, they couldn't tell the colors on your quilt in the back because it's so, but I think it was washing it out on camera. But I can promise y'all, I've seen these things in person, and it just makes the colors so vibrant and pop out on fabric when you're lighting them up. And in the camera, may not be doing it justice.
Yeah, the camera is not doing it justice. Sorry about that.
I mean, to me, I can tell it's really making the quilt, bright. But I've seen it in person, and it's just incredible, the light that they put off. I love these things. And again, if anybody's got any questions, make sure you ask right now. Ask Kerri. And we're giving these away. We're giving these 2 away today. And so if you have a question or comment, you're automatically entered to win one of these 2 lights. And we're going to draw live on air today. And then I also want to remind, if anybody's just tuning in, we have a special pricing on all the daylight lamps that we're actually giving what they call a show special, like you would do at a quilt show. However, because there is a MAP pricing policy, we can't advertise the price online, or we can't even say what the price is. But if you call our 1-800 number ask one of our sales reps, they can give you that show pricing on the phone. And if you're having trouble getting through on the phones, just email me at CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and I'll get somebody to call you. Just make sure you put your phone number on there, and we'll get somebody to call you if you can't get through. But we want everybody to be able to take advantage of this. And this show special is going to go starting today all the way through the end of business on Saturday. So you have this, the day and this weekend to get one. So anyway, Kerri, one of the things that I also wanted to talk about was the level of lighting. Give me some examples of what you've used the lights for just in your quilting. I know that you do a lot of quilts. Is the Luminos the one that would you probably use on a big quilting frame, or do they make one that like you see some of these lights that have a stand that go up and have one that goes over the entire frame? Or would you prefer like the Luminos where you could clamp it and put it right where you're working?
For the sit down machine, the Luminos 100%. There's no question about that. For the frame, it really kind of depends on the frame as to whether you can clamp it down or not. But you can also, I don't know if they can order this through you or not. I imagine they could. But there is also a stand that you can get additionally for the Luminos. It's pretty industrial because it's a heavy duty light, so you need it to be completely stable. That's actually what I'm thinking about doing next, because although my Bernina has really great lighting, I still would like more overhead lighting, and I don't have it in this room. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the stand to go with it, and then I can just wheel this thing around with me, which would be really easy. There is also a light that attaches to many of the machines, the long arm machines that don't have movable handles, and it's the Daylight Quilta light. It's a quilt with an A on the end. It's the exact same light as the Slimline. It functions the same as the Slimline with the hood that rotates. I had that on my handy quilter Avante, and absolutely game changer. It enabled me to see black on black, white on white. So when I'm custom quilting and I can't see where I've just been and I tend to run over myself, that eliminated that problem. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. I haven't hooked my quilt up yet simply because my Bernina has good enough light that I really haven't needed to use it in that way. But I actually sell a lot of the quilter lights because I know a lot of long armors who need the lighting. So yeah, any of those lights. But again, like I said, the Luminos, that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna get the stand to go with it, and I'm going to go around. And definitely, if you're contemplating, if you've seen this, if you really want a good overhead, not overhead, but a big disbursement of light, the special that they're going to have on this is unmatched. I have several friends that are going to be calling in and ordering. They were waiting for the next show that was supposed to happen this summer that isn't happening because of quarantine, and they want to wait for pricing, and so yay, pricing. So it's on your mind, now's a good time to do it.
So, Kerri, I think we had another question that came up, and you can probably answer this. This is from Sarah. It said, what's the difference between the 2 and the 8D and LED magnifying table lights? I'm not sure. I'm not understanding what between the 2. I know what the 8D is.
Oh, between the 8.
So she's wanting to know what. I guess she's wanting to know what the difference between the one I have here, the Halo, and then the 8D Halo that you have.
Oh, I have the same one that you have.
Okay.
There is a Halo 8D or a Halo 8, which is 8 diopter, so it's a little bit stronger. The magnification is a little bit stronger than the one that you and I are both holding right now. And so it really is a matter of whether you want more magnification or not. What they found, they created the 8D, which is a fabulous light, and what they were finding is that it was actually a little bit too strong for people. For some people, absolutely necessary and fabulous, but for people like myself, where I don't have a lot of vision issues other than the old age stuff that's going on, the 8D was a little bit too strong for me. So the regular Halo or the Halo Go at the 5 diopter rather than the 8 diopter works as well. So it's just simply a matter of how the strength of the magnification.
Kerri, is the head size the same on the 8D versus just the regular Halo?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
Everything is the same. The only thing that's different is the magnification.
Okay, good. That was the biggest difference. I think we have another question that just came up. Somebody asked, can we use these as just a regular light or lamp? And I guess they're talking about what Kyle's wanting to do. Kyle's wanting to buy one of these for his bedroom, and so just as a light in his bedroom. So of course, I think you could use these anywhere you need light. These things would be great. I love these things.
Yeah, and keep in mind that Daylight Company is not only in the sewing and crafting industry. We are in industries across the spectrum. So we are in industrial. In fact, when I was at the Bernina headquarters factory, and I got to see back where they do all the repairs and stuff on the machines and on the long arms, I got very excited because I realized that every single station had a big magnifier lights that were daylight. They're not the ones that we sell here because it's the big industrial ones. But we're in the beauty industry and the art industry, nail salons, tattoo salons, and then just general, people need lighting. So, bedside. This one here is the D40, which I love. This one I keep by my bed. I also keep it next to my couch, and it's great because it stretches all the way out. So again, you've got that flexibility of where your light is, where you need it to be. The hood rotates not all the way around, but it does go side to side, which is really nice. And it also flattens up. It folds up. It's really easy to travel with. So when I go back and forth to my boyfriend's house, I always take a light with me because his lighting in his house is worse than mine is in mine. So this is a great one if you're looking for something table side, bedside. This is also great on the sewing table, on a sewing desk as well. Don't want something that you can't have something that long.
Okay. I think we have another question, Kerri. I think it was from Teresa. Is it? Yeah, there's Teresa. She says, I think I missed the response. How long do bulbs last, and can they be replaced? That's a great question, Teresa.
Yeah, great question. These are all LED, and as with LED lights, they're rated to last really long. So these are rated to last about 50,000 hours. So that's like 20 to 25 years of regular 8 hours a day use. I'm fairly certain that I might wear out before the bulb in my luminous wears out. There is not really a replacement issue. Every now and again, you got some manufacturer issue that happens, and a string of lights will go out, and that's why we have the 2-year warranty. If something is going to happen like that, it will happen within the first couple months, more than likely. Daylight Company is fabulous about warranting their products. So no need to worry about replacement of bulbs or any of that sort of thing.
So I've actually got a question I wanted to ask. On, I love the Slimline lights. I think they look good. They're very functional. I think they're so neat. But I know there's two different models. There's the one that clamps on the table, and then there's one that has the base where it sits by itself. Can you, if you buy one, let's say I buy one that's a floor model, can I buy a clamp add-on or something to make it where it'll clamp on at a later time?
No. Unfortunately, this one, it's one or the other. And the reason for that is where they have the electrical component first. So these are, the floor model is really easy. It's, you pull this off, this just untwists, and it's ready to go. But it's kind of hard to explain and show on camera here. But the electrical component is down here at the bottom. Whereas on the clamp, it's higher up on the clamp and it's attached right here. So unfortunately, you cannot interchange those two. The only product we have that is completely interchangeable like that is the Magnificent lamp and magnifier. Do you want me to talk about that one?
Yes, I'd love to. But first, before you do that, there's a couple more questions. Another question came up was how long the warranty was, and it's 2 years. Is that correct?
That's right.
That was Gary asked about the warranty. And then the other thing, I think somebody asked how many lumens are all the lights, and we do. That'd be hard to. Debbie asked that. So Debbie, that would be kind of hard to remember, but we do on our website. We have each one of the lights listed, and each one of those lights has the lumens on there, so you can go and see for yourself. How many lumens each one has. So
I can tell you because I have a cheat sheet. Because
okay. I love cheat sheets.
I cannot remember details, but I can't tell you. I didn't write them all down, but I knew somebody was going to ask. So the lumens on the Slimline, which would be either the floor base or the tabletop, is 1,065, and the lumens on the Luminos, the big lamp, is 1,560. So this one is the Luminos is the equivalent of about 410 watts of light, and the Slimline is the equivalent of about 250 watts of light.
Now, Kerri, what was the luminous on the Luminos? How many lumens?
1,560. 1,560.
Okay.
And I pulled that right off the Daylight Company website.
Okay. One of the things, and you brought up an interesting point when we were talking about, the clamp and the floor lamp, and they were not interchangeable. So I guess somebody probably needs to look at if they're thinking about a Slimline, what would be their best, option? Would it be, they have a workbench, or do they have a sewing cabinet they want to clamp that light to? Or would it be better to have it where they can put it on a floor and move it anywhere? So I think that's kind of one of those questions. And that's probably one of the questions you get asked probably the most at shows, isn't it?
I get asked that a lot at shows. And so it's so individual. And a lot of conversations that I have at shows is asking people questions about their setup. And then I can be very specific on what would probably work best for them. If you don't have an area to put a clamp, then the clamp on one's not going to work for you unless you want to screw it in directly into the cabinet or something. The floor model, what I have done in the past is I've had it in between two tables, and that way I can swing it over this side here, and then when I want to use it over here, I just swing it over there. You can do the same thing with the clamp on as well. So a lot of people have like two cabinets next to each other. They've got the cutting table on the right-hand side, they're sewing on the left-hand side, and they want lighting for both. Of course, you can get two lights, which solves that problem, but if you don't want to get two lights, you can put a floor lamp in the middle and swing it back and forth, or you can just swing the tampon model back and forth, which is really nice. I have a lot of people who want it in their sewing area, but they also want to use it when they're sitting in the living room and they're doing handwork while they're watching TV. And in that instance, getting a floor model is great because you can pick it up and move it over there. I also have people who just buy an extra clamp. They leave a clamp in the other room and then they just move their Slimline back and forth as well. Inevitably, what ends up happening, and I see this at shows all the time, is that people do one thing one year, and then they come back to the show the next year and they say, okay, now I'm ready to get the other light. So, you know, again, it's so individual.
You know, one of the things that I love the idea that you had about if you buy a lamp, the Slimline, and you clamp it on, you could clamp it on your cabinet here. You can just unplug that right out of the clamp and take that to another clamp that you bought somewhere and have it located somewhere else. So I think that's great. Gary Hancock, I thought I saw a question, guys. Gary actually had, how large is the opening of the clamp? That's a great question. Great question.
The opening for the Slimline is I believe it's 2¼ inches. It's pretty wide, and then it clamps all the way down right tight on top of itself. So the thinness of your table, like we have some people that put them on glass tables, the thinness doesn't matter because it will clamp all the way down, but I believe it's 2¼ And then with the Luminous, I believe it's slightly over 2¼ I know the Luminous opens up just slightly more. I would double check that for whoever just asked the question. I can't see my computer to see who it was. I would double check that on the website though, please, because
Okay, and we got another question from Anne Marie, and so she said, "Is daylight full spectrum, so colors are accurate?"
Yes, it's absolutely full spectrum, and this is where my little cheat sheet comes in. So I'll explain this to you. Okay. While I grab this, and sorry that I have to read this, but you know that's just because I know I won't explain it. I won't explain it well. So basically, there's two different measuring tools that they use. So there's the Kelvin, which is a unit of measurement that describes the hue that a specific light gives off. So it's not talking about the heat of the bulb, but it's talking about the light of the bulb. So what the goal is to get the light output to be as close to natural daylight as possible. So basically, you can consider that if a bulb has 3,500 Kelvin or less, it's going to be more in the amber hue, so you're going to get more of your yellowing and that sort of thing. Between 3,500 and 4,000, sorry, didn't turn my phone off. Between 3,500 and 4,100 Kelvin is going to be your white hues, and then any of the Kelvin over 4,200, over the 4,200 range, will be more of a blue hue, and that is going to be closer to your actual natural daylight. And I know, like with the Luminous, I think all of the lights actually, but definitely the Luminous and the Slimline, they're at about 6,000 Kelvin. So they're about as close as you can get with manufactured lighting. So I hope that answered the question about the full spectrum. Yeah.
I believe it did. So Roxanne has a question, wants to know the pricing on each one. So Roxanne, right now the prices on each one are on our website. You can go see what the normal price is. But we actually are running a show special, and I explained a little earlier, and I explained it again to everybody. We can't state how much we're selling these things for as the show special because of the MAP pricing policies, and that's the minimum advertised price that the manufacturer allows us to show, either online or actually even verbally on a show like this talk about. So, but to give you an example, like the little light I have right here, this one is $72, and this one, the little magnifier light, is $130 retail. But we're doing a show special starting today, going through Saturday, and you have to call in our 1-800 number, and you can order, and we're going to give you the show specials. So all you have to do is just say, hey, I'm interested in a daylight lamp. What's your show specials? Our staff has all the show specials that they can quote you the price. And then if you can't get through our phone lines, because I know, guys, we have been super, super busy, and the phone lines have been just swamped. And I know customers are having trouble getting through because of the volume of calls that are coming in. If you're having trouble getting through, shoot me an email, just to CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and I'll get somebody to call you and help you out and get you those pricing so you can get one order. Great special on these lights. And matter of fact, Kerri, I've been sitting there, you've got me excited about them now. I may not wait till somebody buys me one for Christmas or my birthday just passed. What do you think, Kyle? You think we'll just get us one today?
I gotta buy one before everyone buys them out.
Oh, Kyle just said he has to buy one before everybody buys them out. So I'm going to get me. I've already decided. I think I'm getting me the Luminos. I love that light. The hood is big. It puts out a tremendous amount of light, and it's the big daddy of them all. And I know it's expensive, but I think that's the light for me. I love that light, and I've been struggling in my garage working on my airplanes, and so I think that's what I need is one of these. So, do we have any other questions, David, coming up?
What is the difference between daylight? Is there a USB port?
Oh, there's a great question. Is there a USB port?
It depends on which light you're talking about. So the majority of the lights are just regular plug-in lights. This little travel lamp has a USB port, which is nice. Also, if your machine happens to have a USB port in it, you can keep it plugged in. The Halo Go, which is this one, but the rechargeable model, that one has a USB port. But the rest of them are just regular plugs.
Okay, that's great. That's good to know. So it'll actually charge it from a USB. So if you had it plugged into your computer or laptop or whatever, it would charge it then, correct?
Yes, I charge. Okay. That's how I charge the little travel one a lot, as a matter of fact.
Okay, great. All right, so is there any more questions for Kerri while we got her on air? I know Kerri's a busy lady. And by the way, Kerri, is that one of your quilts in the background that I see?
Yeah, this is actually, I don't make quilt tops very much because I'm so busy with long arming, but I did make one. It's the first one I've ever kept for myself after 20 some odd years of quilting, because I find the joy in quilting is the gifting. But yeah, I made this one, and it normally stays on the couch, but I decided to hang it light. Well, it shows up really nice in the house. Apparently, it doesn't work as well on video, but.
Oh, it's beautiful quilt. So the one everybody always asks me, I got emails the other day. Somebody was asking me about the quilt that we always have behind me, and I always failed to tell that. Now, guys, is this Deb's quilt? Nope. Right. But okay, so this is Patrice's quilt. We have a funny story, guys. We had we have like now 3 of our customers. We have been so busy since this pandemic, with orders coming in and phone calls and stuff. 3 of our customers were, that are local, reached out to us, and I ran into one of them at the store, and I said, hey, what are y'all doing right now? And they said, well, we're just sitting home, and they're retired. And I said, would y'all want to work? So we hired 3 of our customers to come in and help us try to get, with the rush that we've had. And anyway, the quilt that you see behind me is basically donated, well, not donated, but loaned out by Patrice, one of those ladies that are helping us right now. And she so graciously, donate or loaned her quilt. I keep saying donated because I want it, but she loaned her quilt to us for the show. And so every week we try to feature a quilt, and I haven't been saying it. Like last week, it was Deb Donovan, actually our store manager at the San Marcos store, loaned her quilt to us to put on display. So if anybody out there is local and you want to, show off your quilt, and loan it to us for one of the shows, and feel free to come by the San Marcos store and drop it off. And David, isn't there some dimensions they need for the quilt size that we display?
It is.
While David's looking that up, we'll let you know if anybody's local that wants to loan their quilt out. We'll most certainly highlight it for you. And Kerri, if you got any, we this size, we would love to show yours off as well. But I want to remind everybody again, we're getting ready to give these 2 lights you see I have right here away today. And so if you want to enter to win, all you have to do is make a comment or ask a question, and you're automatically entered. And we have a computer system that randomly draws the winners. And if you win one of these, all you have to do to let me know where to ship it to is just email me at CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com. And that way we'll know where to ship it. And once we draw the winner. And then if you are wanting to purchase one of these, right now is the time to do it. It's the show special. Carrie and Daylight was so gracious enough to allow us to sell it as a show special like you would find at a quilt show or a trade show somewhere. And we're able to honor that, through our phone call center. So you could call our 800 number and order one of these and ask them, what the show special is. They're going to be able to tell you each light, what the show special is, and honor that. If you can't get through to the phone lines, just email me. Email me at CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and I promise you I will get somebody to give you a call that day, and we'll see if we can get you taken care of, because I know our phone lines have been busy. But great lamps. I love these things. And Kerri, you kind of sold me back last year. We were at the San Diego Quilt Show, and you came and set up in our booth, and you kind of had me sold on them then. I've been kind of had my eye on them, and I couldn't figure out which one I wanted. But now, since you showed that luminous, it made my mind up. I'm really super excited about that one.
Well, I want an email after you get it and set it up and tell me what you think.
Oh, I will. I'm definitely. I can't wait. I'm going to. I might even take some pictures of how I'm using it and show on our next show to everybody what I do with it.
It's called a large lap quilt.
Large lap quilt is what we need. So I don't know what those dimensions are, but that's what they say the size we need. What is
interpretation dimensions.
What is it, Kerri?
I said that's open for interpretation dimensions.
I know. Depends on how big your lap is, I guess, David. I'd have to, I'm a pretty big guy, so I might have to have a pretty big, large lap quilt. Now, my wife is so little and petite, a washcloth would be a lap quilt for her. So, yeah, I don't know what size that is, but it's a pretty, he's got the sizes? Here he's putting the sizes up. So if anybody wants to highlight their quilt, hey, I guess you don't even have to be local. You could just ship the thing into me and we could use it and ship it back to you. So, but we'll highlight your quilt and tell who did it. Yeah, I think the Patrice did a beautiful job on this quilt behind me. We always have comments on people talking about the quilts, and Kerri, your quilt is just beautiful that you have behind you.
Thank you.
I love the colors on it. So yeah, I think that's just, it's such a skill set that people have to make some of these quilts. And, anybody can quilt. Anybody can start doing it. And you just have to start,
My film person behind here, my camera person is shaking her head like this, like no. But I don't think that she's incapable of quilting. She doesn't have the attention span to quilt. So you have to clarify that. Quilting is a matter of sewing a straight line. That's all it is. So,
Caitlin could turn the camera around and wave at everybody so everybody can see your cameraman today. It's Caitlin is Kerri's daughter, is actually manning the camera for her today. And Caitlin, we sure do appreciate the help. And don't be embarrassed. But hey, thank you for helping us, because we couldn't have got this show done without you being the camera person. So thank you for that. And I'm ready to give some lights away, aren't you, Kerri?
Let's do it. This is the best part of the thing.
Hey, you know what, guys? What's better than two?
Huh?
What's better than two?
4.
3? How about if we gave away one of those portable battery powered ones as well? The travel. What do y'all think about that?
Sounds good. Good.
There it is right there. What's the retail value on that one, Kerri?
Cheat sheet. Hang on.
The D40.
I didn't write it down. I didn't write it down. I just know it's about 70 watts of light.
What is that? Is that the D40?
No, this one here is a smart travel lamp.
Smart travel lamp.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
this is a rechargeable one. And then this one here is D40.
So they're going to pull this up on our website real quick, and we're going to see what the retail value is on it. So we're going to give away a travel one as well. Why not give 3 away instead of 2?
I think that's a good idea. You're going to have 3 very happy people.
And Kyle, you are not eligible to win.
What?
You can't win.
Whatever.
Can my cameraman win?
Nope, Caitlin's disqualified as well. She has an unfair advantage.
Doesn't matter. She doesn't have a free hand to log in.
That
and
is
make a comment,
true.
So we're safe.
Yep, that is true. She can't make a comment anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so they're still trying to find. It can't be that hard to find, can it?
Don't see it on there.
We'll go to the Daylight's website.
Hey Blaine, while you're looking to find that, let me
Yes.
tell you real briefly about the Magnificent, since you're giving it away so people know what they're getting.
Yes, this is it right here, everybody. So this thing, and it just has a very simple on and off button. It puts out a ton of light. And this is the one, Kerri, that has the extension. So if you want to talk a little bit about this light.
Yeah, so I'll show you real quickly. This is the only one of our products that has the flexibility to go from a table lamp, like Blaine has it set up right there. I have it set up as like a chair size. This is how I use it at the couch. It comes with these 3 poles like this. All the electronics are in it, so you don't have to string a cord through or anything. And you either put no poles in and you just connect it directly to the base as Blaine has. Put 1 pole in, which is how I have it, and then I've got the magnification and the lighting right here when I'm doing handwork on a chair, on a couch, that sort of thing. Or you can put the 3rd pole in and have it at standing height, which is really great if you're doing something, you're at a workbench or something like that that's taller, or you have a sit-stand situation. The magnification on this light, I have to look it up again, sorry. This is a 3 diopter, so it's 1.75 times magnification. And this has a much bigger surface area, so this is great for hand embroidery, needlepoint, crochet, knitting, those sorts of things, versus the halo, which needs to be on a tabletop, and the magnification is stronger, so that's great for eating and anything where you need a stronger magnification because you're working on tinier things. I love the Magnificent a lot. This is another favorite when you ask about favorites. As far as magnifiers, this is my favorite for the magnification. And I love the flexibility of being able to set it up the way that you want it set up.
So Kerri, I got another question, and again, I was thinking about, I love the luminous light. Is there a magnification attachment that I can actually put on that light as well?
You know what? For the luminous, I'd have to give you that answer. I believe that there is. I know there is for the Slimline lamp, for sure. I would have to find out for you, and I'm sorry that I don't know the answer. That is kind of moving more into an area that I typically don't do when I'm at shows.
Right. That's I totally understand, because I knew the other ones had that that magnification clamp that you could put on any of the other lights, and I'm just wondering about that, because that's kind of an important thing to me as well. Is I want that magnification so I can see if I'm working on little things, but I guess that's what people have to decide. What's the best use for them, far as where they're going to use it, which light to do. Because y'all have such a broad spectrum of lights to choose from. It's just whatever you have or need, they have it. So, all right. So if we find out the price yet, okay, $65, Kerri. So we're going to give a $65 travel lamp away. The Halo is $72 retail. And then the Magnificent light is $130. So we're going to, and again, everything is, we're giving a special show price on anything that's online that we have. So make sure y'all call in if you're interested in getting a light if you don't win one of these. So let's give away the actual travel lamp first.
Okay.
All right. So yes, let's draw a winner.
Here it goes, and got a winner.
Carol Davis. Now, I'm not even going to attempt the last name. Congratulations, Carol, for winning the travel light. And that's the battery powered one that can be charged with a USB port. So you can plug it into your laptop or your phone charger or all kinds of different things. And Kerri has it right there. So that's the little little USB portable, battery operated. So congratulations, Carol. Carol, make sure that you email me to CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com your full shipping address, and we'll get one of these shipped out to you. And I need to make sure we have one of those in stock. I'm not sure if we have one or not, but if not, we'll get it shipped directly from Daylight to you. So we'll get them to drop ship it for you. All right, so let's go to our next winner. We're actually going to give a halo away, and that's it has the LED ring. I don't know if everybody can see that or not, but it's got the LED ring on it. It has the little lid that exposes the magnifying glass. You can close that, and then it has settings, so you can actually dim this thing down. So if everybody can see it completely off, and then it's full brightness right there. So this thing, as you can see it on me, it puts out a lot of light. And so great little light, very small. And that'd be good for students, wouldn't it? For if they're working on their homework and things on their little desk, this would be a great little desk lamp. So for somebody, even if you didn't want to use it for sewing.
It's about 130 watts of light, and even though it is a magnifier, you don't have to use it as a magnifier. You can just utilize the light of it. So yeah, it really is a great light for students on the desk, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I really like this light as well. So do we have a winner for this?
You, right up.
All right, so here's our winner, Darlene Triplett. Darlene, congratulations. You just won the little halo lamp. So again, email me your shipping address, and we'll get this thing shipped out to you today if we have it here. If not, we'll get it drop shipped from Daylight. All right, so the next up is going to be our big boy for today, and this is the magnificent light, they call it, and it's the lamp magnifier light. And this one's really unique. Kerri talked a little bit about it. It has the base. You can set it on the tabletop. Has the extension one that you can actually add into it, so you could set it on the floor if you want to get a little more height. And is that the one you have sitting right beside you too, isn't it, Kerri, right there? So she's got that one sitting on the floor, where I've got the extension out and just have it up here. And this is a really cool little light. This has just a simple on and off switch, and it too puts out a lot of light, and it has the big, huge magnifier glass in it. So this is a really great light. Do we have a winner, David?
You, right up.
All right, so let's show our winner. And another David Owen Hastings has won. Congratulations, David. Make sure you email me your shipping address, and we'll get one of these shipped out to you. So there's our giveaways. Kerri, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day today to come on our show and tell us all about lights. And you got Kyle and I both excited. So now we're going to probably go buy one today. And but thank you so much. It was a wealth of information, and look forward to seeing you. I know we're kind of getting back to normal a little bit here. They're finally opening up a few retail things, and people are finally getting out and about. And so I'll probably run into you in the store one of these days. But anyway, hadn't seen you in a while, so good to see you. And thank you so much for coming. And anyway, guys, Kerri, thanks for coming. Thank Caitlin again for the camera shots. And we appreciate it. And thank you for all that Daylight does for us. So, guys, that was Kerri Hanson from Daylight was on today. She's a national educator for them. Great information. I've seen her in action at some of the trade shows, and she's just a wealth of information, and I always learn a lot when I'm around her. Again, I want to kind of reiterate all the things we talked about the show. Right now, starting today, going through the end of business on Saturday, we're actually honoring what we call the show special pricing on all Daylight lamps. And it's Daylight has what they call a MAP pricing program, which is a minimum advertised price. So we cannot show the show pricing on our website, or we can't talk about the pricing on the show today. However, you can call our 1-800 number and all of our salespeople have the sheets in front of them, and they can give you that show pricing on the phone call, and you can order. If you can't get through to our phone lines, it's because I know sometimes it is, shoot me an email at CEO@SewingMachinesPlus.com, and with your phone number, and I will get somebody to give you a call, and we'll get you one of these special prices. Again, I wanted to talk a little bit about next, in 2 weeks on June 11th, our show we're going to have there. We're actually going to have a celebrity. How they say that? Celebrity. Cindy Hogan is going to be on, and Cindy Hogan has been numerous times on appearances on the It's So Easy TV show that appears on PBS. Cindy is a brother ambassador. She is a brother software expert, and she's an embroidery expert. Very, very multi-talented lady. We are so excited to have Cindy coming on our show in 2 weeks, and we're going to have some giveaways as usual, and we're going to feature a newly released machine that we can sell online now. It's called the PRS 100 Persona. It's a one needle embroidery machine, and basically it's called the premier hat machine in America. This thing is a great machine if you want to start your own business. It's a great machine for that. You can do hats and all kinds of different things. So Cindy's going to be on our show. We're going to talk a lot about that machine, and then if you have questions about software, she is the expert. She can answer it, I promise you. So that'll be going on. Great things are happening. We're still working on some really cool things that we're going to have. We're looking at doing some virtual events that you'll be able to sign up for, and take an event with one of our event teachers, national educators, right from the comfort of your home. And so we're working on getting some of those done. And so great things are happening. Guys, again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in the show today. It's been fun. An hour goes by so fast, it seems like. And again, if anybody has any questions after the show, you can always email me, and we'll see if we can try to help you out. David, there's my email address. David's putting it on the screen now. If anybody wants to email me a question. And then, David, if you would put our 800 number back up there again too, let everybody know that's the number you want to call to get the special show pricing on the lights today and through Saturday into business. And if you can't get through to one of our online sales reps to ask them about the lamps, just email me and your name and phone number, and I will get it to one of our reps to give you a call, and so you can get that special price. But you have starting today and through the end of business on Saturday to take advantage of this. So great price on the lights, and we're super excited about it. And I know Kyle is, because Kyle's going to get one for his bedroom, and I'm going to get me one now. I've been waiting for a while. I've been wanting one of these, and so we're going to jump on this and get one too. So we'll see y'all on June 11th. And until then, y'all stay safe out there.